Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0747, indicates an issue with the automatic transmission AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A being stuck in the on position. This component's primary role is to regulate fluid pressure within the transmission, ensuring proper shifting and performance. In Honda Civics from 2006 to 2011, this solenoid is typically located within the transmission assembly. A malfunction can lead to several transmission issues, including rough shifting or slipping. Technicians must utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to analyze and diagnose the issue further. Before proceeding with troubleshooting, it is essential to gather all relevant data, such as freeze data and snapshots, to facilitate effective diagnosis. The AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A is crucial for controlling the hydraulic pressure necessary for the smooth operation of the transmission. By precisely managing this pressure, the solenoid allows the transmission to engage and disengage the gears smoothly as the vehicle accelerates or decelerates. Located inside the transmission assembly, it directly impacts the vehicle's drivability. When the solenoid is stuck on, it may lead to excessive pressure, resulting in erratic shifting behavior. The HDS Honda Diagnostic System is recommended to diagnose any faults and log the performance of this solenoid. A malfunction in this solenoid can contribute to premature wear and potential transmission failure, affecting the overall performance of the vehicle. Several factors can contribute to the occurrence of DTC P0747. A faulty solenoid valve itself may not respond to signals correctly, leading to it being stuck in the on position. Another potential cause is fluid contamination, where degraded transmission fluid can affect solenoid performance and internal components. This contamination may arise from wear debris or leaking seals. Additionally, issues related to wiring or connectors can interrupt the electrical signals needed for solenoid function, causing improper operation. Diagnosing these causes requires careful examination of the transmission system, as each component plays a vital role in overall functionality. Identifying and rectifying these issues is essential for restoring optimal transmission performance and ensuring vehicle reliability. Drivers may experience various symptoms when DTC P0747 is present. One common symptom is rough shifting, where the transmission shifts abruptly rather than smoothly. This can lead to discomfort and decreased driving experience. Another noticeable symptom is transmission slipping, where the vehicle fails to engage gears correctly and may feel as if it is losing power. Additionally, the check engine light may illuminate, signaling to the driver that there is a fault within the transmission system. These symptoms indicate potential trouble that should be addressed promptly to avoid more severe transmission failures and related problems down the line. Finally, attention to these warning signs can help prevent costly repairs and maintain the vehicle's performance. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0747 involves warming up the engine to its normal operating temperature. This step ensures that the transmission fluid reaches the necessary temperature for proper function, which allows for accurate diagnostics. As the engine warms up, the radiator fan will activate, representing a crucial point in the process. It's crucial to ensure that the vehicle is ready for testing, as a cold engine may yield misleading diagnostic results. Accurate readings of transmission performance will be achieved once the engine has operated sufficiently. Proper operation helps decrease the risk of overlooking issues that may not appear under cold conditions, ensuring effective troubleshooting. In the second step, it is essential to verify that the transmission is filled to the proper fluid level and check for any fluid leaks. Low fluid levels can severely affect transmission performance and lead to erroneous DTCs. The fluid should be assessed visually to determine if there are any signs of leakage from transmission seals or other components. If leaks are present, they must be rectified, as they could compromise the entire transmission system's integrity. Should the fluid level be acceptable but leaks are found, these discrepancies need immediate attention to prevent further complications. Ensuring that the fluid system is intact before moving forward with diagnostics will create a more successful troubleshooting environment. The next step is to drain the automatic transmission fluid, ATF, through the strainer and inspect it thoroughly for metal debris or excessive clutch material. This inspection is crucial, as the presence of metal particles may indicate internal wear or damage within the transmission system. Excessive clutch material may also signify that the clutches are wearing excessively, leading to potential failure. If metal debris or excessive wear is detected, the immediate course of action is to replace the entire transmission, but proceed to step 13 of the troubleshooting process. However, if there is no significant debris, the ATF should be replaced as part of the maintenance procedure before proceeding to the next step in diagnostics. In this step, the technician must turn the ignition switch to the on to position to prepare for the next round of diagnostics. It is important that the ignition is set to this position to enable the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to communicate with the vehicle's onboard computer. This allows the HDS to access various parameters and features within the vehicle, including the transmission control unit. This step is crucial as it sets the foundation for troubleshooting further. Any steps that involve electrical testing or communication with the vehicle systems require the ignition to be in this position to ensure correct handling of diagnostic information. Failing to do this step correctly could delay the troubleshooting process significantly. Following the ignition switch activation, the next step is to clear the DTC with the HDS. This operation is important as it removes any previous fault codes that might exist and allows the technician to assess the current condition of the transmission system. Clearing DTCs creates a clean slate for the diagnostic test, enabling the technician to accurately observe any new fault codes that may arise during further testing. This process is essential for determining if the previously logged issues persist or if they were possibly temporary glitches. It's important to note that simply clearing the code without addressing root causes does not resolve underlying issues and can lead to repeated fault occurrences. Next, the technician should conduct a test drive of the vehicle with the shift lever in the drive D position. This step is critical to observe real-time behavior of the transmission as it engages through all 5 gears. During this process, the technician is looking for any irregularities in shifting or performance that may indicate persisting issues related to DTC P0747. A comprehensive evaluation is necessary to capture how the vehicle reacts under various driving conditions, accelerating, decelerating, and maintaining speed. Observing the vehicle's behavior will provide valuable context for diagnosis and aids in determining if the underlying cause of the fault persists or not. Proper testing ensures that the technician can make informed decisions regarding the next steps. In this step, it is essential to monitor the OBD status for the DTC P0747 using the HDS. The technician will check the DTC's menu to see if the HDS indicates a failed status. If a failure occurs, this points to continued issues that need further attention, potentially guiding the technician towards prior steps or additional checks. Conversely, if the HDS indicates passed, this suggests that the system is functioning correctly at that point in time, although intermittent issues may still be possible. Should the HDS show a status of not completed, this necessitates returning to Step 6 for additional testing and evaluation. This step is vital for confirming whether the issue is resolved or requires further action to ensure the vehicle's optimal performance. After evaluating the OBD status, if the HDS indicates passed, the technician should re-clear the DTC using the HDS once more. This clearing process allows for a reset of the system to track any new fault codes or conditions that may emerge. It's important to monitor the system's performance after this clearing to check if any faults reappear consistently. If the faults return, further investigation into either the current condition of the solenoids or related electrical components must commence. Clearing the DTC regularly assists in maintaining a clear diagnostic pathway, ensuring the technician can isolate and address problems accurately without interference from previous fault codes. In this step, the technician must select the clutch pressure control linear solenoid valve A from the miscellaneous test menu on the HDS to perform a specific test. This test aims to evaluate the operational status of the clutch pressure control solenoid valve A, identifying whether it is functioning normally. If the HDS indicates a normal status, this may hint towards an intermittent failure, suggesting that the system is currently operational. On the other hand, if the HDS shows any anomalies, specific recommendations or instructions will follow, according to the results obtained. If the test does not pinpoint a definitive issue, the technician must proceed to the next steps to further assess the solenoid's integrity. Here, the technician needs to inspect the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve A for proper operation. This involves a physical check to determine if the solenoid can respond to electrical signals appropriately, allowing it to regulate hydraulic pressure effectively. If the solenoid shows signs of malfunctioning, such as inability to actuate correctly, the next logical step is to repair any issues regarding the hydraulic system that pertains to shift valve A. Alternatively, if significant operational defects are present, replacing the transmission may also be necessary. On the contrary, if the solenoid does appear to be functioning normally, the technician can move forward to further troubleshooting steps. Diligent inspection can uncover defects that could otherwise lead to costly repairs down the line. The subsequent step requires the technician to turn the ignition back to the on position and clear the DTC again using the HDS. This action reflects the importance of continuously checking for fault codes after repairs or inspections have been made. By regularly clearing the codes, the HDS can provide an updated status of the transmission system, helping to confirm that the previous issues have been resolved. This routine ensures that any persistent faults might come to the forefront for examination as the technician continues troubleshooting. Proper communication with the vehicle's systems allows for efficient identification of errors and helps ensure that the repair process is thorough. As part of final diagnostics, retracing the test drive is critical. The technician should again drive the vehicle with the shift lever positioned in drive, D, allowing the transmission to shift through all 5 gears seamlessly. This process offers a chance to assess whether previous issues still persist or if they were successfully resolved. The technician must remain observant for any signs of abnormal shifting behavior that may suggest continuing issues with the solenoid or related components. By gauging the vehicle's response in a real-world scenario, effective conclusions can be drawn as to the health and functionality of the transmission system. Should complications reappear, the technician would need to turn back and explore the previous steps until resolution is achieved. In this step, the technician must check for any pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS following the test drive. This evaluation is crucial for determining if DTC P0747 or any other codes emerge after the initial troubleshooting progression. If the P0747 code is indicated, it suggests that the issue remains unresolved, necessitating the technician to return to Step 8 for further tests. Alternatively, if no codes appear, it indicates a successful repair process where the issues have been adequately addressed, allowing the vehicle to operate properly again. This final check ensures that the troubleshooting efforts have clarified the transmission's condition and serve as a fail-safe measure against lingering problems. In the last troubleshooting phase, the technician will again monitor the OBD status, recognizing whether it indicates passed for DTC P0747. If the indication shows passed, this implies that troubleshooting is complete and successful. The system should now operate optimally. Should any other pending or confirmed DTCs appear, the technician must pursue the specific troubleshooting guidelines for those codes. It's essential to track the resolution of not only DTC P0747, but also any additional issues to ensure the vehicle's comprehensive functionality. If the HDS indicates a failed status, revisiting Step 8 is required to take further corrective action. An organized approach ensures the technician can resolve all existing fault codes effectively. Final repair verification is a crucial step in ensuring the integrity of the repair process conducted on the vehicle. This involves taking the car for a test drive to ascertain whether the previously reported issues related to DTC P0747 have been resolved. During this drive, careful attention should be paid to the vehicle's transmission performance, including gear shifts and responsiveness to throttle inputs. If everything operates smoothly without further error codes appearing, this indicates successful repairs have been made. Additionally, this step fosters confidence in the technician's work and assures the owner that the potential problems will not resurface shortly. Encouraging a thorough test drive reinforces the commitment to vehicle safety and reliability moving forward. Although preventive maintenance was not explicitly mentioned, it is advisable to include routine transmission fluid checks as part of overall vehicle health management. Regular inspections help identify potential leaks or fluid degradation before they escalate into severe transmission problems. Technicians should recommend a transmission fluid change at regular intervals specified in the owner's manual. This practice not only optimizes performance, but also prolongs the lifespan of the transmission components. Moreover, staying informed about the vehicle's operational status through consistent maintenance can prevent issues like DTC P0747 from recurring. Maintaining proactive care for the vehicle supports long-term reliability and enhances driving confidence for the owner. In conclusion, DTC P0747 signifies a critical fault related to the automatic transmission's clutch pressure control solenoid valve A being stuck in the on position. Understanding the role of this solenoid in managing hydraulic pressure is essential for maintaining optimal transmission performance. Through comprehensive diagnostics, including warm-up procedures, inspections, and functional tests, technicians can effectively identify and resolve issues. Regular maintenance practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of experiencing similar faults in the future. Ultimately, ensuring thorough diagnostics and repairs leads to enhanced safety, reliability, and driving performance for Honda Civic owners. Continuous learning and application of best practices within the diagnostic process are key for proficient vehicle care and repair. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!